Now, in the later years of progressing my career, I've learned to kind of look at it more as like, I just have that infectious artwork that just has its this power to just spread. You know what I mean? Like a real virus, you know?
We're live at DreamCon 2023, anime and gaming convention hosted by RDC World. I've been a staffer for the past 6 years with them, and it's been a great experience. We actually met a couple of artists through here, and actually one of the artists we met is actually Ozzyoz the Vyrus. He did our puzzle called LA Powerline, and we're going to learn to talk to him today about his piece.
Ozzy is an amazing artist. He's based out of Orlando, Florida, and he's been working for 12 years in the fandom world, doing all kinds of amazing art where he combines characters from several different genres. And we're super excited to get to know him a little bit better.
Thanks, Ozzy, for coming out to hang out with us today. We're at DreamCon out here in Austin, Texas.
Yes, sir.
We did an exclusive puzzle with you called LA Powerline. I want to kind of know a little more about your background, how you got into the art, how you got into like doing anime art for sure, and then like, of course, more about what inspired this piece. I see like a lot of like for me, what I saw was like a lot of the black characters, you know, semi-black characters, electric characters. So I mean, that's dope for sure. So yeah.
Shit, where do I begin? Basically, I got into anime art. I mean, obviously being young, it's like very nostalgic, you know, watching these things growing up, cartoons and everything. So I spent like a lot of my time drawing different like cartoons, you know, and posting them on Instagram, you know, once I got older and, you know, in high school. But I always noticed that the anime art always got more traction, you know, for that algorithm at the time. You know, we're talking 2012. You know, I draw like Mickey Mouse, it'll get like 5 likes, but if I draw Goku, it got like 25 likes. So I'm like, okay, we got some motion here. So I'll just keep doing anime till it just became like, that's just more what I'm known for. Like, you know, I've been called like the anime rendition king, you know what I mean? Like I just add my own spin to it. So that's how it just started. It really was the algorithm forcing me, but it wasn't really forced because I actually enjoy it.
Gotcha. And I mean, how did you come up with like their style? Because I know it's very much like kind of like grunge and heavy lines and very like cool and different, you know, compared to what you see.
It has emotion in it, man. Like when you look at one of my pieces, I want you to be able to feel how much passion I put into drawing these lines. You know, I'm a big fan of sketchy line work, but I try to revise it and make it clean to where it looks like art, not like a doodle or like a sketch, but it gives like a sketch feel. And then, you know, you mix that in with some graffiti, some pop art, cultural references, and honestly, you put all that together, man, that's what a classic Ozzyoz the Virus piece is.
I love it.
I love that. So you say you call yourself Ozzy the Virus, like how, you know, and we noticed like when we're, you know, editing the picture for a puzzle, like you saw like the little glitches and stuff like that. Like how did you come up with that style?
So, funny backstory. Me and my friends, before like I took art serious, you know, we were rappers, you know, I used to shoot videos, take pictures, make album covers.
All the chains.
Yeah.
You was a rapper. We see you like a rapper for a reason.
It's part of the culture, man. I just grew up on fashion and stuff like that. I just love it. But I was freestyling with my friends one time. I think the bar was like, something, Your Highness, you can call me Ozzy the Virus. I don't know, I just freestyled it. And it just rolled off the tongue so good. I was like, okay, that has like a nice ring to it. I don't know what it means for me, but I like it, and I just ran with it ever since like 2010.
Wow.
That's when I've been running with the name Ozzyoz the Virus. Now, in the later years of progressing my career, I've learned to kind of look at it more as like, I just have that infectious artwork that just has its this power to just spread. You know what I mean? Like a real virus, you know?
That's hard.
As we can see, DreamCon started with one little 10 by 10. And now we got 2, you know what I mean, big booths, the artworks on the puzzle. It just spreads, man.
Yeah. I mean, and we even, speaking of DreamCon, we used your art for a lot of the graphics we did for the actual stage and for the show. Like, we got you these big banners. We got, right.
People love your style. My husband actually walked around and looked at the booth, and he was like, get ready to buy one of your pieces. Like, he was like, he loves your style. It's amazing. And every time people have come by the booth to like buy the puzzle, we've been saying like, hey, he did all the name tags. He did a lot of the art throughout here, and they're like trying to get your information. So
just like a virus, man. I'm just here spreading, but you know, I'm spreading nostalgia. I'm spreading happiness, you know, pop culture, like the stuff that we know we're not going to see from, you know, creators or ideas that are concepts we're probably never going to see collide or, you know, mixing worlds, and it's here, you know. I feel like my art, especially like my, you know, one of my collections, It's like you ever see? Remember when we were kids and like Jimmy Neutron would just kind of hook up with like Timmy Neutron, like Timmy Turner or you know Family Guy and The Simpsons. Like it felt so special seeing two different worlds collide. So I try to replicate that in one picture of art, though.
That's hard.
You know what I mean? Something that you could hang up that feels high end. You know what I mean? Like that's what I go for.
Yeah,
that type of vibe.
I know you do like different mediums as far as like the prints, like on canvases. You print them on decks, like skateboards and stuff like that. What made you kind of go those routes, different opportunities, and mediums, I guess?
So I'd post the art, right, and you know the algorithm was just doing good, you know, for the artwork, and then I'd just get comments like, hey, I'd wear this on a shirt, or hey, I need this on my wall, or hey, I'd put this. So you know, what else is there else to do? Yeah, just spread the virus in other industries. All right, other manufacturers. All right, let's try this, and I've been blessed and fortunate and. As an independent black artist to pretty much have people resonate so much with my work that putting it on these different products was always worth it. There has not been one product that I put it on that no one has not supported or wanted, you know what I mean? This is like the only con that I honestly look forward to enjoy seeing everybody, you know, especially of color or any diversity that just enjoys what we all grew up on, you know? Yeah. It's the only con in the world where you can really get that all together. Yeah.
You know that was actually my next question. I was going to ask, like, is the 5th anniversary of DreamCon just amazing? Like, what's been your favorite thing since you've been here?
I'd say my favorite thing was, honestly, the progression. I remember when y'all had the Waco show 5 years ago, 6 years ago, because of that 1 year COVID.
Right.
6 years ago, and it was still a great show to me then. And it's like, to even see how much, I know the back end is different, but just as the attendee, it was still great. As a vendor, it was still amazing to even know, oh wow, I could see my favorite content creators, you know what I mean, and people in one room, you know what I mean, you know, because you see them online.
Yeah, I think the best part is getting the reception and the love from the people, and like I said, seeing the content creators in a different element, I see them in person. I mean, it gets a little crazy sometimes with so many content creators, so many people are here now, but in general, we love to really get people to like to see each other, see other black art, see other black artists.
It's the only place you can do that, you know, and I appreciate that. Yeah. Y'all got to keep this going as long as you can, like.
Yo, that's the plan, man.
You know what I mean? Like, I look forward to this show, man. I go to a lot of shows, and nothing hits like a DreamCon show, and it's only gotten better and better and better, and even if it caps and stays consistent, it's still gonna be a good ass show. Like, you know what I mean?
How's the reception been of your art in general, like in person? Do you like doing in-person events because you like to see the people interact with you, or you like more online life? Like, what do you kind of prefer, I guess?
Online was new to me in the beginning, but as I've been doing more shows in like the last 6 years, it's been amazing to see it. It's honestly been like the driving force to keep me motivated. Like, going to different shows, seeing people of different cultures, like just enjoy my flavor, like my touch, you know what I mean? I treat art like, it's almost like cooking, you know? You could put certain things in, not everybody's gonna, you know, like what you may add to it, you know? But to know that I found like the perfect balance and recipe where majority of the people enjoy it, it feels like I made like a dish or a plate or a meal that everybody likes. It's not like, you know.
You're like Chick-fil-A or something.
Yeah, something that like, look, we all trying to eat, we can all agree on this. You know what I mean? Like, I want some art, we all can agree on some Ozzy art. You know what I mean? It feels like that, and I appreciate that.
Cool.
You know what I mean? A lot.
That's a great, I like that.
2020, so like we were, you know, indoors, you know,
straight online,
and online only, and like, you know, it's definitely like once we started going to events, that was like the same thing. It was like amazing to see like the different people that were interested in this stuff, and to actually see like the reaction. Like when people walk by our booth with this puzzle, they are like their eyes light up. They're so excited to see it, and that is like, I can only imagine to be the artist, to be the actual creator of it, like what that feels like. It's so cool.
I just have this, I got just like this inner like drive to just bring things to life that, like I said earlier, that I know we're not gonna see. I just have to do it. Now when I do like anime characters, I'm really just kind of paying them homage and just trying to capture like their characteristics in one image. But when I do this collection, it's like, yo, I gotta do some of the dopest stuff that I know we're never gonna see, because that's what's gonna build the value in the art, because it's drawn properly, it doesn't look, you know, Photoshop like it was just placed there, like it looks natural. Like I look at my art sometimes as the own creator and feel like this is like a screenshot from like a real episode or something. Like I try to give it that same feel, but in an art form.
I never see the interact. I like how all pieces interact, like even with the static and power line looking at each other, kind of. It's like all interacting or all jumping to like attack somebody, like, you know, saving the day type hero stuff.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, yeah, you definitely got that whole line going.
That too, man. This is a powerful piece, man. I've had some heavy hitters over the years.
Yeah.
Like my Master Roshi with the Gucci tattoo and the Gucci bucket hat. I'd say that's the one that kind of started like my virality, you know, into like people knowing like my art. So that always holds like a special place in my heart. Miami Speed Racer with Mario driving, that was like another banger. But this one, for the culture, bro, this is it. Like, I want this to be that piece that's, you know, represents like the vibe of like a DreamCon or like the vibe of anybody that grew up on this, you know?
Yeah. 100%. That's what it does, and it's dope. Yeah.
Well, so as we're talking about this piece, we are, you know, the show's called Vibin with. We always talk about like what kind of music inspires you, makes you think about what would you vibe out to when you're doing this piece?
I like different types of music. I definitely got like a little rock star side of me. You know, that's what kind of inspires like the grungy lines, like the thick aggressive lines. You know, I don't really have like a soft style. It's very aggressive. You know, when I really want to put that passion, that pain into it, you know, I listen to something that has like that heavy metal type of vibe. Definitely like, you know, when the jewelry and the kicks come out, you know, I'm listening to some, you know, like some like the illest, like latest rap music, you know what I mean? Whether it's like something inspiring like a Jay-Z back in there, like a little jerk or like a Gucci Mane, you know what I mean? Like I gotta hear something that to get that, you know, get that icy feel, you know, I always gotta give like a little bit of me into that. The pop culture is like more like pop music, you know, anything that's just popular right now, real bubbly, real fun. That's where you get like the pop elements of the art. So it's a lot, man. It's a lot of.
It's a homage project. I like that.
It's a nice mixture. Like I said, it's just a recipe that just balanced out well. And as a master chef, I try to make sure it tastes good and look good every time, man.
I love that analogy. You created such a unique style and something that's so noticeable. I've seen people even knock it off. What kind of words of wisdom would you give to other artists trying to become someone of your stature?
I'm very big on signature. I'm very big on style. I'm very big on standing out. I love that a lot of people are inspired by the style. Trust me, I genuinely do. But my biggest advice to any artist, if you really want to create your own name, you really want to build your own lane, you really want to be recognized for you, it's best to just sit down in that lab and you cook up something, your own recipe that no one's ever seen before. You know what I mean? Because that's what's going to make people know who you are. You could trail behind someone's career, you could shadow somebody, you could mentor somebody, but you got to make sure you differentiate yourself. So to all artists, if you're inspired, be inspired by the path of the artist, but come up with your own lane to get that same location. You know what I mean? Like, you got to have something that, like, when people look at it, they know it's you.
Yeah, I like that.
DreamCon, you know, we're celebrating a lot of different things. It's been crazy to see Disney and Mario and anime and all the things. Like, what would you say your top 5 characters?
Top 5 characters. Does it have to be anime or just any characters?
Any characters. Anime.
Anything. Yu Hakusho is definitely one of my favorite characters. You know, I just think he's such a badass. You know, he just has like that attitude that like you just can't forget. And obviously we all can resonate with that. I think we all can say if you really watch Yu Hakusho, you're definitely a Yusuke fan. You know,
that's my favorite animes.
Yeah. Okay. So you see what I mean?
Yeah.
I try to get my wife to watch a couple times. We'll watch other animes, but we haven't watched that one yet.
The younger kids may not know. I get it. It's old. It's a little drawn out. But if you got the time and you got the attention span, watch it. It's a great show.
Honestly, it's quick too. Like after the first arc, little early arc, it gets through the action and it ain't too long. It don't drag nothing out. It's pretty lit.
So definitely Yusuke, Virgil, aka Static Shock. Definitely one of my favorite characters, man. Just seeing a brother just being a impactful superhero that I don't feel gets enough credit. You just know that he's just the underdog. You know, I don't know what DC's doing. Y'all gotta make a movie. So definitely Static Shock. Who else? I'm a Vegeta fan. Definitely a Vegeta fan, you know. I was a Goku fan as a kid, but now I'm older.
Goku, but I see Vegeta too. I mean, either way.
Vegeta has some of the best character development that I don't think that we've really recognized or foreseen.
Yeah.
But he really has.
Like,
so
he came from a tyrant to a family man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and he's still
get a little crazy.
He's still him.
Still got the edge to him still.
Yeah,
I like that.
He's still him. He's still him. So Vegeta's definitely number 3.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm gonna be super honest. I have not committed in the relationship of watching One Piece. But I can honestly say from drawing Luffy, from seeing certain clips, seeing the hype of the Joy Boy coming out, seeing how he just has all that power. I've seen like the trails, I've seen everything. I'd say he's starting to become my favorite that I haven't really fully watched out. Now, I've started watching it, but I didn't finish.
Yeah.
But I would say I could see him being somewhere in my favorite. I'm going to give it some time this year to fully watch One Piece, finish that relationship, and watch the whole show, commit to it. But I'll definitely say Luffy's definitely up there. And for the last one to wrap up this question, I'd say All Might.
Okay.
I like All Might. You know, I just like that. You know, that sensei vibe. You know, that teacher. That you know, I always love that type of relationship.
Gotcha.
And I think he's one of the coolest because you know he was him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's not him right now, but you know he was
Yeah.
him. And I just, it's just, you know, it's dope. So those are my top 5 right there. Yeah.
So you a subs or dubs guy?
Ooh.
I am unfortunately a dub guy, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I'm drawing. I can't read and I can't draw at the same time, so I got to hear it in English, look up occasionally. Oh, okay, that's what's going on. Okay, you know what I mean? I got to do that.
That's why. That's why I'm behind on everything.
Yeah.
I'm not about to watch.
So you gotta wait till
I'm sorry.
later to get put to
Yeah.
People think I'm like this super deep, like so into anime. If I'm watching it sub, I know Japanese. I don't know nothing. I know how to write it though. I know how to write a little bit.
right.
But I'm really a dub guy because that's the way I could really multitask.
Yeah.
You know, I'm so busy 24/7 just drawing, working, so I gotta have that balance where I'm in tune, but I'm not really, you know.
I'm gonna ask you another thing too. So before we wrap it up, I also want to ask you. So I know you have like your own studio you're building out there in Florida, and like, so how has that journey been to like getting your own place? I mean, from what I saw, it's massive and it's got like art everywhere, all your art. People can come and take photos and videos, and what is that like? That journey?
It's been a long journey, brother. I ain't gonna lie. No, it has been the most stressful but most rewarding journey I've ever gone through as an artist, taking my own independent profits and throwing it right back into myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The studio, the purpose of it is obviously a headquarters, you know, for Vyrus Graphics, obviously as the Vyrus, somewhere to keep all my merchandise for shows, keep all my merchandise for stock. But I really wanted it because whenever I would drop a new product, I'd have to get like product pictures, you know, models, and have to book a studio. And I'm paying all this money and trying to get, you know, people to come on time to, you know, on my time that I'm paying for to take photos of the new stuff and drop stuff. But now I just kind of cut the middleman out and built the studio, so now everything's at home. If I want to drop something tomorrow, I can call somebody tomorrow, you come to my studio, I can go to 2 o'clock in the morning if I feel like it, because it's mine. And it gives me that peace of mind that nothing is limiting me from time getting in the way to put out anything faster. So, and I'm also opening to the public where you can rent it.
Oh, nice.
So whenever I'm not using it, it's also making money. So it has been a crazy investment. It's been a lot of ups and downs, you know, with obviously, contracting a building. You know, they don't give you everything right away. They just give you a room. You just kind of, you know, build out yourself. But it's been so fun. If you're ever in Orlando, Florida, please visit the Vyrus Graphics Studio. Just DM me and just check it out. Hey, you're gonna come back again, man. Right? You're gonna come back. Check it out. It is an amazing experience to see all my art in one place. My team, if I'm not there, will take care of you. It's been a lot, but I love it. I love every part of it.
You got a studio. You are just blown up.
I'm gonna say one thing to anybody that's, you know, on business too, just because this is my favorite analogy that I wouldn't say I coined, but I've noticed that I've been viewing it like that. You know, it's probably been said other places, but anyway, I'm gonna say it. Anything that you do, obviously you are your own stock, but you gotta look at your lifespan as your business like a stock chart. Some days it's gonna be high, some days it's gonna tank, it's gonna get even lower, it's gonna hit rock bottom to where you wanna pull out, it's gonna even skyrocket. But if you zoom out of that chart, your progression will always, you know, be up. You gotta look at it like that. You can't look at the days where it's tanking and think it's all over. When you zoom out that whole chart, the same way you look, you know, you zoom out of a stock chart, as long as that progression is going up, you are always gonna be good.
Yeah, I love
I like that. That's dope.
I'm about to remember that for us for some days.
Yeah.
Check me out on Instagram, Ozzyoz _DA_VYRUS. Ozzyoz the Vyrus. Please make sure y'all check out Posters of Color.
Look, we got on the box.
Yeah.
We got cameras on the box. We got a playlist we're gonna do. We have a playlist for each puzzle, so it's gonna be great.
Posters of Color. Look, it was a blessing and more of an opportunity to even work with y'all, for y'all to even choose me out of all the artists y'all chose me. I appreciate it. I hope we can continue dropping some amazing pieces together that, you know, speak and resonate with y'all business. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Make sure y'all follow both of us. Check us out. If you have a puzzle, order it. If you ever see me at a con, bring that puzzle there so I can sign it. This is a classic piece, so I got to be on a classic, you know, on some classic merchandise. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all more than y'all know.
You can also listen to a curated playlist of music to pair with this artist's puzzle on Spotify.